really silly. Okay, last interstitial. So the moment I finished reading Tale of Two Pretties, I actually was working on the thumbnails for I believe My Little Phony. So I was like, do I need to make any changes to the thumbnails to make everything cohesive? And I started looking at the thumbnails. And if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen some of these ramblings. I think I was bad at makeup for like a little bit. I think I had gotten so stir crazy by 2021 that I was just slapping foundation onto my body and saying, figure it out. I'm hot. And you know what? I am hot. So it's like not my problem, it's your problem if you had a problem with it. But I can admit that it was bad. So I ended up going through though. It was like, what is happening? So starting with the Alphas books, these started coming out in, let's see, Boss Roots came out August 24th, 2021, and I did this makeup in late June. I looked sad and confused. I was so fried. A hurricane was actually happening in the background of this. Not my favorite. Okay, Alphas book 2. I look really good. And my profile picture for months was this. Shout out to Big Man Shirt. I love her. That's what I call the shirt I'm wearing. I just look, I build, like that was like my uniform, was like one of these like tiny tanks, cropped tiny tanks, and Big Man Shirt draped over it so that I wasn't getting like sun exposed, but I could still be like half naked because those are in shorts all the way up to the cooch. Like, oh my god, iconic. Okay, Alphas book 3 took me many months to work on, and so I was working on this. I filmed it back in October, I believe. I was having a not good time. God, my eyebrows are question mark, question mark, question mark. There are two different eyebrows. They're like, if you read the talent, if you watch the talent book, they're like Paige and her friend. Emily? They're like Paige and Emily. They're like pretending to be twins, but they're barely sisters. I look so yellow in the face because I'm wearing a red blush. So I really do like the thumbnail for book 4. I don't think you all appreciated it at the time, Queen Elizabeth Girl Boss, but that's what this book was. It was bad. Like, I don't think I could redeem them by making better videos, but I still will at some point. Don't expect them too soon. I would wait. Love that I was in my bun era. And I put blush on my chin, so like right at the end the shadows look weird, like it's reflecting red off my chest. Like, it was bad. Okay, so let's look at Clickbook number 1. Those eyebrows, I have to pull up another picture of those eyebrows. Those eyebrows are so big. I just went absolutely ham. I essentially was just slapping on the hint of a shape of an eyebrow, and then I would carve them out. They are so big. Let me move that so it's closer to my face while I'm reading my notes. Omicron Men. I don't remember what I said, but Omicron Men is my favorite comment that I've ever received. Best Friends for Never. Best Friends for Never is wild because I had to change outfits halfway through. I look sad. My hair looks like a hair helmet because I had to do my hair by myself for the first time, and it turned out real bad. That's February 2022. Book 2, I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. I don't put frog. I know what highlight that is. That's frog. I don't put frog on the front of my face unless my eyes are colorful as well. Also, you can see my eyelash lifting off my body. It's just bad. I look kind of cute. My lips are a little overlined, so they look really pouty, but because of the shape of my lips, they look uneven. I look like I had a stroke and got like I looked like I either had a stroke and had a droop, or I got punched in the side of the face and then like had a scar here. So like instead of the way my lips actually look, which is like, it's like, it was bad. Let's see. Revenge of the Wannabes. I'm wearing too much blush, and I am. And I was hot wearing this coat, and the clip doesn't make sense because my hair was too thick, so it wasn't holding back anything. I was just wearing accessories for accessories' sake, like I'm not like right now. They were making hearts before I got too hot and they fell. This one has 76 views. That's so cool. Like, I love that. I love that people have seen these. Cool. We have Invasion of the Boy Snatchers, cunt. So I was filming Invasion of the Boy Snatchers. I look so good. Like, it was the first time I was like, oh, I should probably just do short eyebrows, which I did more rounded ones today. But I realized that, like, that was the moment I was like, oh, I don't have to do it that way. Like, I look so good here. I had this split dye, black and blonde hair, black and white platinum. I love a white platinum. They don't make a platinum in this braiding hair, which is a crime because I look so good. But it was half and half, and I wore my hair half and half constantly. It kind of limited what I could do with my hair, but it looks so good. I was wearing just the right amount of blush, and I know what I had done. I'm wearing brown lashes. I had painted them brown, but I also am wearing just red eyeshadow. I went through a phase, and I'm still in that phase. It's still one of my favorites, where I just wore, like these three shades together. I wore this one and this one. And sometimes I would put one of these in the center. Oh, and it looks so good. I would just do like just enough liner to like cover my lash band. So good. And my brows, and like the lighting in this photo is because my ring light died and I had to use that light to light myself. And for some reason it was red, and I couldn't get it to not be red. It was so cool. That's book 4. Book 5 is actually disqualified from this discussion because I actually had to go back and refilm, and because I didn't have, there's a format to how these book things go. I didn't have a pull of me holding all the books. So I don't actually remember what I looked like in that one, but I do remember I had to change, I actually filmed it over 2 days, and I had to change clothing halfway through because I did not like the way I looked. I was hot, I was sweaty, but in this photo, I look really good. I had just come back from the beach, and I was going to a friend's birthday party, and I always try not to like look overdone at other people's events. So I'm like, cool, I'll just do a halo eye, so I just did brown on the outside and purple on the inside, and it came out so good. It came out so good. But I was like so toasty and bronzed from being at the beach. I looked great that entire day. I filmed other videos that day, looked really good, but I was like, oh, I had nails on, so I was like, oh, I need to take a photo of the book. I think I had gone through the same thing I'm doing right now, where I was like, oh, what do I need to do for these things? And like side bang Megan is a different Megan. Like, I always look so good with a side bang, with like a swoop. The blonde black with the like absolute monster fuck like white in my hair, such a good look for me. And I love skunk Megan. That's a good time. So Dial L for Loser. I made a point. I literally just bought the NYX Brow Lift and Snatch, shaved my eyebrows for it. I just said bye, and was learning how to do the eyebrows. So the eyebrows that I have there are closer to these. They're not my favorite brow, but I was learning. I'm not wearing nails in that, but I did do another interstitial. with the nails that I would end up wearing for It's Not Easy Being Mean. Excuse me, I look so good in that one. And it's just pretty. I like that pink looks so good. The composition finally got where it needed to go with Revenge and Dial L. Easy Being Mean, because I released it so close to Dial L. But I mean, I looked so good. My eyebrows were skinty, no hairs. I was drawing lines on my face. Good luck, figure it out. I'm also wearing teal, which is like one of my power colors. I just look, and I found one of my favorite palettes doing that with the mint green. I'm like, I look really good. All I had was a dream and a coping mechanism. And I also was like, okay, what does well when I look kind of confused into the camera? So that's kind of what I did. And then, of course, coming back with Sealed with a Diss, the middle finger up. I don't know if that affected play. I had not uploaded for like 2 months, so it's a lot. Go back and watch them. It's not my favorite. I'm not very glamorous. I'm wearing like baby liner and like lashes. I think I'm wearing like outer corner lashes. I think everything about this thumbnail is very off-putting, but I don't know if I would change it because everything about this book is off-putting. It's only a 30-minute watch if you're interested. 2 months of this fuckery, and I did not want to read this book. I was just deeply stressed. Whew. Excuse me. And then I took a little bit of time off, and I come back for Bradfest. Oh my god, I'm so sweating. I'm sweating off my makeup. This might end up being its own video. I blame ACOTAR. I was listening to it while I did this, and everything about this is like weird. I wanted to match. I always want to match the books when I'm doing them, and I just don't. And there's a lot of boob. It was a lot. I look confused. I don't wear like red glossy lips very often. I feel uncomfortable in them, and I felt equally as uncomfortable there. And this is the first thumbnail where I'm wearing my natural hair. And I have them in puffs, and I really wanted it to work, but it didn't. It wasn't it. P.S. I loathe you. I had my hair back. Again, with a half and half, but it's like carrot orange. Well, we find our stride, obviously, with the most recent red hair that I had. But the carrot split in half was fun. The confused, because that's just a face I make in real life. Real fun. Rip the split dye. I also lined up the matchy so good because the book and my hair and my sweater are all the same color. And my skin is like very glossy and pretty. I'd figured out how much blush is enough blush and what tones of blush are good. Burn Your Friend Group to the Ground is good. Game of Thrones for Girls, good title. That one hit. That hit. I like Boys R Us. There's like a whole 4 months between that book and the last book. I'm rocking a whole new hairstyle. That's like the first twist braid one. I look so good though. I wanted to match that, but I was wearing my little pink outfit and really wanted to match it. And also we got to the point where I couldn't carry all the books all at once. I couldn't have them all in a pile. So I need to be like, there's a lot of books. And also, it's unreadable. Oh my god, I can't actually read. I have to change that one now, but I can't actually read what it says. Buy your friends. It's easy. Which is, I think that's still a good line, and it needs to be that. I need to put some black liner in there. But it's my brows look good, the book looks good. It's all really fun. Charmed and Dangerous. I wanted to match my hat. And I thought I could pull off something like that really easily, and I couldn't, and then I don't match the book, and it makes me so uneasy. It's some of my better work, because I just like ran through each one's plot, and I did it succinctly. This is definitely like prep for this. But it just doesn't vibe. I don't super love it. It's not my favorite. Oh, my ears are pierced in that one, and I'm wearing my little heart earrings. I love hearts. I love love. Love hearts. So then we have, and I did those back to back. I have dog abuse, pains of growing up, and things changing. That's probably a little wordy. Probably could change that better. I was really getting into just like cutting out things, so the hand is in a different placement than it normally is. Holding the book, I like did this one in like an afternoon after I'd gone to lunch. I had sushi brain. It was just like quick, easy turnaround on that one. One of my personal favorites, because I did the yeah, I don't know. But I have this like, I had a lot of boob in that one, and that is personally embarrassing. However, it is not, not personally embarrassing enough for me to not have boobs out. I got them. But I matched the book so well, and like, once I was reading that book, I love greens, I love blues, but pink is my favorite color, so I had to go with that one. I just had to. I look so good here. No notes. And y'all, you know, these are kind of more recent ones, so I can't compare them to like videos that literally came out a year ago and 2 years ago in some respects. And then the last one, going out with a bang. I wanted to show off how many books I had, but there's not a lot of me in it, and I have the Mount Rushmore of my tears. But it's like, it's so hard to say goodbye. It was very hard, but I also did it, and I'm doing it again. And this one is just like, it's a really long video. It's 2 hours. I really like labored it, but because I didn't know how this was gonna go, but it was fine. It's fine. Those are my thumbnails. I had a lot of opinions, and I already did the work on that, so of course I wanted to put it in here. But